Remember I told you that Daddy was working with his friends from heaven to send you presents every day so you always know you're loved? See?
It's Sesame Street.
It is.
Sesame Street.
I know, it's Sesame Street, but all these are for you, baby.
And that was until I hosted the first Trump rally in Trump rally history right here in Arizona in 2015. I got a call from Miss Erika Kirk, Miss Arizona 2012. I just want to help, she said. So naturally, I put her right behind the president at that first rally.
Y'all, whose kids are these? Whose kids are these? Erika Kirk provided this as proof of where she was September.
So now that Charlie Kirk's parents finally got their hands on the receipts, and listen, we are talking proof that confirms everything they've been side-eyeing Erika about.
One of Charlie Kirk's children is not his.
She allegedly went ahead and straight up banned them from seeing the kids. And wait, it gets wilder. She might even be coming for them with a protective order. Now, if you've been keeping up with this whole Charlie Kirk situation, and trust me, it's been giving drama realness, then you already know folks have been whispering that he never actually fathered none of the kids he supposedly got with Erika. Like, not a single one. And Charlie's parents? Oh, they knew that a DNA test was going to expose the whole situation. But here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. Erika allegedly cut them off completely before they could even show up and confront her. Like, she said, "Not today," and blocked the whole family. And now, Charlie's parents said, "Oh, absolutely not." And they are taking her straight to court, because they are not about to let Erika write the ending to this story. Okay, so people all over the internet have been calling for Charlie's parents to do a DNA test on these kids for months now. However, when Erika's actions started looking more and more sketchy, Charlie's parents were finally forced to face a reality they had been avoiding for way too long. And that's when insiders say they first started seriously pushing for that DNA test. Because listen, it's one thing for your son's widow to move on with her life after his passing, right? But it's a whole different ballgame when she goes on what can only be described as a grief tour, complete with fireworks, pyrotechnics, music, press stops, the whole 9 yards. Almost like she is throwing a celebration instead of mourning. For Charlie's parents, this wasn't just disrespectful to Charlie's memory. Nah, it was a straight-up slap in their face too. But what really got under Charlie's parents' skin was how Erika been handling them kids. Erika didn't even take one single moment to slow down and actually be present for her kids after they just went through such a massive loss so early in their little lives. According to insiders, she basically handed them off to a whole army of nannies as soon as she could and hit the road. And she did it so fast that it made Charlie's parents start asking one big question: is Erika acting like this because these kids didn't actually lose their real father? Is the real father of these kids still in their lives right now? Now, here's where things get absolutely wild, because some of the stuff that's been coming out about Erika lately explains exactly why Charlie's parents felt it was so crucial for these kids to take that DNA test. If you've been paying attention, and I know y'all have, then you already know that Erika literally made up a whole entire backstory for herself to convince Charlie that she's his perfect match. And that's not me speculating or throwing shade. That's something she has accidentally confirmed herself multiple times. And it's not just about hiding her past as a model or reality TV personality. Nah, it goes deeper. It's about how she even met Charlie in the first place. Over the last few years, Erika done given completely different stories about their meet-cute. In one version, she claimed she randomly bumped into him while standing in line with her mama at an airport.
I will never forget the time I was in Israel with my husband, that was the second time, but the first time with my mother on a pilgrimage. And I was standing in the ticket line, and I remember looking behind me, and in the snake of the ticket line was a guy who looked very familiar. I had no idea who he was. And I told my mom, "This guy looks so familiar." And as a typical mother, she said, "Go and say hi." No, we were late for our flight, and I'm not going to come off like a crazy person that's just weird. That ended up being Charlie. Nothing is by coincidence. Now, did we know no, not until we were like 3 months into our relationship and looking at times.
In another story, She claimed Tyler Boyer, the current COO of TPUSA, was the one who introduced them because he wanted to set her up for a job interview with Charlie.
He was done eating and he just looked at me and he goes, I'm not going to hire you. And I said, I did not need the job. I said, I was fine with consulting with you guys if you needed anything with regard to help. I have plenty of things going on in New York City. He said, I'm going to date you.
All of this supposedly went down somewhere between 2018 and 2019. However, from publicly available information, we know that there's a pretty good chance Erika already knew Charlie from at least 2015, even if he ain't know her. And the proof? Erika actually been knowing Tyler Boyer from back then.
And that was until I hosted the first Trump rally in Trump rally history right here in Arizona in 2015. I got a call from Miss Erika Kirk, Miss Arizona 2012. I just want to help, she said. So naturally, I put her right behind the president at that first rally.
On top of all that, Erika's ex, Cabot Phillips, who she was in a very serious relationship with, also knew Charlie. There's literally photos of them hanging out together, playing basketball, and everything. So this whole idea that Erika suddenly got this fairy tale meet cute with Charlie years later? Yeah, that never really added up. Unfortunately, all of these lies didn't start floating to the surface until after Charlie's passing. And by then, his parents had gone from wondering what was suspicious about Erika to wondering what else has she been lying about. So, as y'all already know, Erika was in multiple relationships before getting married to Charlie, despite her claiming she never dated nobody before him. One of those men she was very much in a relationship with was pro baseball player Tyler J.T. Massey, who Erika seemed to be completely head over heels for. She even described him as her favorite human and best friend, and get this, also her incredible boyfriend in an interview for Arizona Foothills magazine. After some engagement-style photos of Erika and JT went viral, a whole lot of people concluded that they must have been on their way to getting married before they broke up. But the part that really shocked Charlie's parents? A resurfaced video of Erika and JT at a Trump rally with a girl standing between them, a girl who was practically JT's twin. Naturally, this led to mad speculation that Erika already had a whole other family before she even got with Charlie. But even if she didn't have a family with JT Massey, it still didn't explain why Erika went from doing cute little couple dates with one ex to dating and being engaged to Charlie within just a year. That ex is none other than Cabot Phillips, who is now also an important figure in TPUSA. Cabot Phillips is as shady as they come because of his family ties and political connections. But the biggest red flag when it comes to him? The fact that barely a year before Erika and Charlie got engaged, he was posting photos of himself and Erika at painting dates, confirming they were also dating at that time. But what's even more bizarre is that around the same time that Charlie and Erika had their first child, Cabot posted that he had also welcomed a baby. And the moment people made that connection, it became way harder to ignore all them DNA requests. Interestingly enough, insiders say Erika didn't even protest the DNA test. We know she never responded directly to any of the questions about whether or not her kids are really Charlie's kids. But according to insiders, she also didn't really react when Charlie's parents demanded to know the truth. And that silence? It makes it seem like she had a plan all along. Meanwhile, Erika's fans, the same ones who supported her when she first started her grief tour and basically abandoned her kids, they now pulling back from her. At this point, it's become really difficult for them to defend her anymore. Multiple comments going viral, calling her out, and memes dragging her are gaining millions of views within hours. Erika can ignore it all she wants, but the goodwill she had just by being Charlie's wife? That's drying up fast. But here's where everything flips completely. You would think that with all the backlash she's facing, Erika would take some time off to reflect, right? But nope, she's doing the exact opposite. Not only has she doubled down on her grief tour, but she has also allegedly cut Charlie's parents off completely. Essentially, they can't see the kids anymore. No sleepovers, no outings, not even a quick little visit. And insiders say that's what finally made Charlie's parents snap. Now they no longer trying to have a conversation with her. They dragging her straight to court. And when all the facts finally come out, there's no telling how this case gonna go. Will Erika lose custody of the kids for good? Or will she somehow wiggle her way out of this and leave Charlie's parents heartbroken for life? And now, everything Erika tried to outrun is sitting right in front of her face. Because banning Charlie's parents didn't make them, DNA results disappear, and it definitely didn't erase the questions around who those kids actually belonged to. All it did was confirm one thing. She was never planning to let this end quietly. As for Charlie's parents, they not just grieving anymore, they fighting now. And once this hits a courtroom, Erika won't be able to curate the narrative the way she'd been doing online. No filters, no grief tour, no carefully staged silence. Because custody cases don't care about vibes. They care about records, dates, and truth. And if the wrong name shows up where Charlie should have been, this stops being a scandal and starts being permanent. So what do you think is going to happen when this all goes down in court? Will the truth finally come out, or will Erika find some way to keep spinning her story? One thing's for sure, Charlie's parents ain't backing down, and the world is watching. This ain't just about DNA anymore. It's about justice, it's about legacy, and it's about those kids getting the truth they deserve. So stay tuned, because when this courtroom door opens, everything is about to change. And if you made it this far, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on this wild situation. Because trust me, this story is far from over.